Good morning, friends and adventurers. Heather here from Heather's Hikes and Adventures. I am just waking up and getting going this morning. The sun just came up a little while ago. The birds are chirping. It's so lovely out. But I wanted to do something a little different this time. I have done some van tours in the past. In fact, I will link them below for you. But instead of doing like the traditional comprehensive, let me show you my whole setup, everything in it, that kind of thing, how I travel, I wanted to show you what I do when I'm actually at camp for the night, how I kind of prepare for the evening, how I set up my outdoor space and my indoor space for a night of living inside my minivan. So how I cook, how I access everything, how I entertain myself, sleep, go to the bathroom, all the things that I need to do to live inside this tiny space and kind of the setup that works for me in order to do all of that. So without further ado, let's dive right in and let me show you my car camping setup in evening mode. Now that the sun is starting to sink a little bit lower, I kind of wanted to show you what we're working with here inside before it gets all the way dark and I meet you back in here. And then I will go outside to show you what my evening setup out there is like. But I do have my fairy lights strung up. I do still have my bug screens. I'll close all of the doors up once it's dark, but for now I do like to keep it like this. I always have my third row window covers up pretty much, and then this is just something that I can turn on and off with the switch. Same thing here, I've got my little remote right next to it so that I can control it as I need. I've got my dehumidifier tucked back there. It fits inside a cup holder perfectly. And then I have, this is just powering my fridge at the moment. That's pretty much all I use it for. I have my sneakers on the washable rug. I have my Bluetti pulled out here, which is currently charging my phone on the wireless charging function. I'm going to be putting my window cover up here in a moment. I'm probably going to just use my pop-up shade versus my WeatherTech. Only because I'm going to be taking it off again first thing in the morning. I really like my view out the front. So I'm only going to have it on in order for a little privacy while I'm sleeping. I've got my snack pulled out. Look at this. I'm so excited to try. And as you can see, my coffee is on deck for in the morning. I've got my little lantern set to the flicker function. And I've got some reading set up for over here. My carbon monoxide detector is ready. I have my books, coloring pencils, and all of that right here. And my pile of work is right up on the seat for easy access. I also have my shower bag right there for easy access so that I can grab my face wipes, my, anything that I need from there. I do like to use my small Jackery 240 to power if my fan dies in the middle of the night or to charge my phone. I'll just keep that there because it's so portable and easy to move, just wherever it fits best at that moment. So I'll always keep that plugged out pulled out. Otherwise, it is tucked up front underneath my dash area. I've got my work surfaces here so that I can pull this out for cooking or working on. This I can use as my lap desk for coloring or doing my journaling or updating my calendar, so that's ready to go. I will turn this off as soon as I stop filming because I don't need it right now. Now let's head outside and see what we're working with out there. I know I mentioned that I had that on the washable rug. I do keep my sandals and my sneakers on this rug right here, unless they're very dirty, and then I'll keep them on my boot scraper on the front floorboard, just because I do not here in Florida feel comfortable leaving them outside because I don't want any little spiders or scorpions or anything to get comfortable in there, and then when I step outside just slide my feet in without remembering to check, and yeah, that wouldn't be good. So I also keep my sketchbook, my cooling pad, which I'm so happy I don't need today for a change, and then anything that I might need easy access to that I still want tucked out of sight, I'll just keep it in this little pouch here at night. You can see I have my small and medium cutting boards ready to go if I need to use that as like a coaster or just a little extra surface space on anything. I've got my toilet here ready to set up. I do not plan on needing it in the middle of the night because I do normally just use this for number 2, but I do have my number 1 set up ready to go. I do keep a fan on each grab handle back here because it's easy for me to position them when I'm in bed, when I'm down here, I can tilt it down, when I'm sitting up on the bed / couch, I can tilt it up. So it's just really easy for me to direct the airflow on each side and to pull in the fresh air from the front as well that way. So that is my method there. And now I know I already said it once, but I really mean it this time. Let's go check outside, shall we? So tonight is actually my first time trying these out, but this is my Luci Lights in string light version. I just have them kind of tucked up in here right now to see if I liked them. And then it's still the same solar power, and you just wrap it up and then close it, and then you can charge it the same way as I do my normal Luci Light. So we're going to see how that works. I have my solar lantern that I love ready to go here. I'm hoping it's soaked up enough sun so that you can see what it looks like as soon as it's dark. But if not, I'll try to find a clip that I have to insert here instead. I have my other new lantern set up here on my picnic table. So I'm hoping to see what that looks like tonight too. Again, it's only gotten a couple hours of sun, so we'll see. I like to keep my main water supply out here, and then I have a couple of water bottles filled for inside just for overnight. I will close everything up once it's all the way dark, but for now I like to keep my bug screens up so that I can enjoy the fresh air and hear all of the night sounds. And then the other thing that I just recently started doing is keeping my regular Luci Light. I used to have it hung up inside the clam, but now that I have my string lights, I don't need to do that anymore. I like to keep this right here on the antenna because I feel like it distracts the bugs to going that way instead of towards my open door. Oops, I didn't mean to put the charging one. And then it also lets me see a little bit better when I need to exit my vehicle at night. If it's dark out, it's not completely pitch dark when I leave. Alright, so far I am really liking my new Luci Lights. Now it's time to put the rest of my window covers on. Alright, I have the back weather tech installed. Now let's do the sides real quick. Oh boy, you guys, it's finally dark enough that my solar lantern came on. It's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, I love it. So I'll keep that here on the picnic bench. Got my inside lights going. I'll turn my big bright one on if and when I need it. And then I have my outdoor living setup. All right, see you inside. From inside, you can see what the Luci Light is like from the outside. As you can see, it's very dark out now. And this is what that's the reflection of my lantern there, but you can see this is what it looks like from the outside when it's dark. There's my Luci Light. And then, but when I open the door back up, you can see how much brighter it is inside. And on that note, it's dinner time. Now that it's the next morning, I just realized I forgot to mention a couple of things about my actual bed setup and what I do as far as sleeping and relaxing at night. So I don't do anything to convert my bed in this setup. It's already couch or bed mode is the same. The only thing I do is reposition the pillows. So I'll take this back pillow and I'll move it over here as a footrest so that I don't have my feet right up against the window. Lord knows I don't want to end up kicking out a window at night. And that also covers up my little books and stuff. So I actually don't move any of that. I just kind of cover it with that pillow and it never has been a problem. And then I just will lay out a sheet or a blanket. This time I actually just slept right on top of my comforter. And I actually used my blanket because it was cooler this evening for a change. And then I do have my cooling sheet or my cooling blanket here for when I'm warmer, but I still want to be covered. And then I just reposition my little pillows depending on my comfort level and how I want to lay. I did do a whole video on this, including a demonstration, so I'll link that below for those interested, but I just wanted to point that out. And then I always hang my key from this little hook because it's right over my head, so I have easy access to the alarm, or if I suddenly panic and can't remember if I locked my doors, you know, that kind of stuff. So I always keep that there. I always have this little USB light that I've shown you guys multiple times that easily comes on and off that I can reach from bed. I also have a little reading light clipped to the back steering or the back seat belt so that if I am reading in bed, I can just put that right over my book without having all of the other lights on. Another noteworthy thing is my little hands-free cup holder phone stand. I initially got it to use up front as navigation, but did not like the way it worked up there, and I found it makes a great little TV stand with my phone so that I can just watch it from bed when I'm laying down with my head here, and then I can just watch my YouTube on my phone that way. And then this whole area is usually my entertainment setup. So I'll always have my water bottle, unless I have it down here, where my coffee setup currently is. And then I'll have my portable DVD player. I'll also set my laptop up here to use as a TV, my hotspot, just anything I need to set down. So I rarely use this as counter space for prepping stuff. It's mainly like a nightstand type thing. All right, there you have it, folks. I'm sure I forgot to mention a couple of things, like me having to catch you up again this morning. But I think you get the gist of kind of how I live, camp, eat, play, entertain myself, all the things inside my no-build minivan camper when I'm at camp for the evening. I hope you found this video informative, entertaining. Maybe it gave you some ideas. Maybe it just answered some questions for you as to what I do in the evening when it starts to get dark and I'm stuck inside for the night. But either way, I want to thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you stick around for my future van life and car camping tips and hacks, and my camp reviews, my travels around Florida and other states, all the things to deal with solo travel and car camping. And if that is up your alley and you're not subscribed, maybe consider doing that so you don't miss anything. But I will see you very soon on the next adventure. And until then, bye for now.